breaking now.
We are following breaking news this morning in Beirut. This is a live look right now. Hey, deja vu, right? Fire breaking out, crews on scene working to knock down massive flames. This is right where you saw that massive explosion erupt about a month ago. It's triggering massive panic this morning in Beirut. A state-run national news agency does say that the fire was at a warehouse where tires are being placed. And this morning, meanwhile, we are live in a nearby community ravaged by flames. Kalai Chalk live this morning, anchoring our coverage from Malden. Good morning, Kalai.
Good morning, Sam. We are standing in front of an old grocery store. That's what this community was made of. Grocery stores, bars, hotels in the early 1900s. But now it's a small community of about 200 people, and everything here is gone. Now, joining us now is the mayor of Malden. For joining us this morning. Appreciate your time. Talk about the last 4 days.
Well, basically, things have been very chaotic. I have never seen anything like this in my whole life, and I've been here a long time, born and raised. Left for a little while, got married, had a child, and ended up back here in my hometown, and I love it very, very much. And it's just really sad to see what has happened here.
Emotional, obviously, because the people that you love, the people that you grew up with, have lost everything.
They have. A lot of our families have lost their homes completely. They're flattened to the ground. There was probably we're figuring 27 homes that actually are still standing. But there's smoke inhalation really bad in these homes. A lot of these homes were not insured. A lot of these families have nothing. They left and they have nothing left.
The governor is set to be here at 11 o'clock this morning. What do you want to hear from him?
Well, I think we need help. We need direction, and I think a lot of our main thing is that because of all of our citizens were accounted for, we had no deaths, and everybody was found and contacted. I think our next thing is we're going to need some help with getting rid of this debris so our families can start over again.
Talking just about the day-to-day for the people who live here, you say it's one of the poorest communities in our state. People are going to hear they had no insurance. Why? What do you tell them?
A lot of our homes were very, very old, and if they couldn't get their homes up to code, insurances probably weren't going to insure them, so they had to live with what they had. And we had an older community that's here too. We were just starting to get some brand new families coming in. It was really looking good until Monday happened and stuff like that. And it's just when you come in here, I don't know. It's just sad, and I feel bad. My house made it; others did not.
Well, we're all thinking of you because we see the devastation and we see the kind of people that you are, and we're all with you and we want to help. And we understand, too, that financial support is definitely going to help the people of this community because just living to paycheck, you need money for gas to get to resources in Spokane. You also need money to be able to eat. And so we're going to post all that information on khq.com so that we can help the community of Malden and the community of Pine City that is also burned just a few miles down the road. And we also know that so many of you watching in other parts of our state, specifically in the Okanagan community, are also feeling the same kind of effects. For now, let's send it back up to Spokane in the studio.
Yeah, Kalai, and so many people feeling like they are alone in this right now. Certainly they are not. We are working on khq.com to get you all the help that you can get. This is Omak right now. Hundreds of thousands of acres burning right now. This morning through the smoke, the impact clearly seen. Homes destroyed. Now at least one life has been lost. A family trying to escape the flames of the Cold Springs fire is in critical condition. They're now grieving the loss of their one-year-old boy. Jake Highland and his pregnant wife Jamie were visiting property they had just inherited. Their one-year-old son Yuri was with them for the holiday weekend. As that fire swept through, the Highlands had to abandon their truck, running for their lives. And 3 days later, that family was found by rescue crews near the Columbia River. Jamie and Jake were found badly burned but still alive. Their one-year-old boy did not make it. Jamie's sister, Dawn Marie, says the couple was pregnant. They don't think their unborn child survived either.
Nobody can wrap their brain around this. It's unimaginable. I can't imagine. It's every parent's, and especially my mother's, worst nightmare to lose your child in this way, let alone two.
Right now, Jake has burns on a quarter of his body. About half of Jamie's body has been burned as well. There is a GoFundMe page that's been set up to help the family cover their medical bills. We have that link for you on KHQ.com. And the fire that claimed that family's toddler is just 10% contained right now, burning more than 160,000 acres. Several homes have been destroyed by the Cold Springs fire. Level 3 evacuations and road closures still in place there. And just down the road from the Cold Springs fire, the Pearl Hill fire, torching more than 170,000 acres. It's just 10% contained as well. Level 3 evacuations there and road closures as well. And we have a new blaze sparking yesterday in Okanogan County, not far from either of these fires. Take a look at the Remke fire. This is burning 20 acres east of Tonasket. Crews say several structures are threatened. There is no containment on the flames there. And the Inchelium Complex fire, this made of 3 fires, all burning near Inchelium. Together, they're burning 8,000 acres. They're 20% contained. Evacuations have been lowered to level 2 for most of the area there. Okay, this morning we are highlighting the helpers in the Inchelium School District, a sack and lunch breakfast for everyone in the community there. The principal of the district says the focus is one day at a time and everyone helping out as much as possible. He wants to thank those who donated. Almost $1,000 worth of pizza was given out in just 1 hour.
We love that. We need the good news right now. I think we're all feeling that emotion from the wildfires that we're seeing from California all the way up through Oregon into Washington. The story's devastating. So we have to pull together. Let's talk about that smoke futurecast, because as we move into the weekend, we've got a shift in the winds, and that is going to start to draw up that smoke coming in from California, from Oregon. Of course, we've got the wildfires right here in Washington. So as we pull forward into the weekend, and you can see even as early as Friday morning, we're starting to see more smoke kind of filter into the eastern half of Washington, and then widespread and heavy smoke affecting our air quality numbers as we head through Sunday before that next system moves in into Sunday night into Monday. So daytime highs today, upper 80s. We've got 90-degree temperatures in the weekend. Let's get a look at that traffic outlook. And you can see DOT cam showing things running along pretty smoothly. I do want to just focus again on these closures up in Okanogan County. Road closures for both Bridgeport Hill Road as well as Washington State Route 173 at Bridge Street, closed in both directions. So please be mindful of this. Try not to travel this direction. Let's let the fire crews do what they need to do. Sam?
Do their thing. Thank you, Leslie. Now to the latest efforts to contain the coronavirus. Top hotspot in the country right now in our own backyard. Today, Governor Inslee will be visiting Pullman to speak with officials about cases there. A city once tagged as the #1 hotspot in the country. Our Right Now reporter Bradley Warren joins us now with new information out of the Palouse following a spike of more than 400 cases in just 10 days. Bradley?
Yeah, Sam, and some good news to share this morning. Pullman has dropped from that #1 spot on the chart to the #5 spot. So some good news in the road to recovery with COVID-19. Now, we know that the governor is expected to visit later today, and he said in a press conference yesterday that he needs a little less Animal House and more safety in the Palouse coming from and for students. Now, members of the Washington State National Guard have been in Pullman to help with COVID-19 testing efforts. We know that risk level in Whitman County still remains high. The total number of cases in Whitman County, 835 cases. Now, I spoke with the Whitman County Health, and they tell me the very best thing for students to be doing right now, stay close to campus and get the flu shot. Now, since Tuesday, the National Guard has performed 700 tests, and they're in the process of putting more testing centers in place in Pullman. Sam?
All right, thank you, Bradley. Still to come here in the morning rush here on the Wake Up Show this morning. The road to recovery continues in Whitman County. We have live coverage of the cleanup in Malden happening right now, straight ahead. And with some students starting school online, a new need for food assistance, how families can apply before tomorrow's deadline, still ahead. And today we want to say thank you to all the firefighters and first responders working to help keep us safe. Take a look at your screen. These are the folks who are helping us day in, day out, leaving their families to help our communities.